Yo, 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 what up, Melbourne? How are we, Australia? Underground Sounds crew. Bosse, mate, how you going tonight?
Not too bad yourself.
Yeah, bloody brilliant, mate. We've got the premiere launch of the MK and Bosse show. Yeah, fantastic, mate. Listen, we've got a huge lineup. Listen, we've got Alex Wadleton. He is the Melbourne Shuffler marathon guy that did his stream on the weekend, 9 hours actually. Yeah, raising over $38,000 for the Lighthouse Foundation. He'll be on the show. He's our guest interview tonight. We can't wait to speak to him. The Gig Fix with Winki and JoJo. They'll be doing the gig guide and everything that's going around town, as well as our tech guru, Dave DGen. He'll be doing talking about the CDJ 3000s as well as the Denon SC6000 as well. So, mate, I'm looking forward to what's going on. What about you, mate? How's your week been?
It's been a great week. Besides doing me back a bit earlier on in the week, it's been it's been quite good. It's been an exciting week on the MK and Bosse show, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Been happening, and yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, well, time off work and a bit of play and investment into the Australian underground sounds. You know what I mean? So it all falls into place, doesn't it?
Oh, well, kinda. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Mate, I appreciate your work and your effort this week. And yeah, sorry about the back. And mate, what do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, well, firstly, I want to thank our two sponsors that have just come on board. Dan Lewis from DGE Excavations and also Dave Pitt from News Plant and Civil. They've jumped on board to give us a hand, and yeah, greatly appreciated.
Thanks very much, guys, and appreciate the business and sponsorships. Yeah, thank you very much for the for your donations. Cheers.
So well, straight up, so Facebook, the big story about Facebook with the whole they're cutting the streaming and all that in October the 1st. Well, they've just released another story. The social media giant says they are not changing the terms next month, believe it or not. So Facebook has clarified its rules around DJ sets on their platforms, including Instagram, after it was widely reported to social media services was making it harder for DJs to stream from October the 1st. In an email to DJ Mag, Facebook clarified that their streams of service will not be changing from October the 1st and reissued some guidelines they initially released on May the 2020.
Wow, okay.
Just crazy. So the partnerships of right holders have brought people together around music on our platforms. As part of our licensing agreement, there are limitations around the amount of recorded music that can be included in live broadcasts or videos. While the specifics of our licensing agreements are confidential, today we are sharing some general guidelines to help plan your videos better. Music in stories and traditional live music performances, e.g. filming an artist or band performing live, are permitted. The greater the number of full-length recorded tracks in the video, the more likely it may be limited.
Well, he's just dropped out there, party people. He'll come back in a second with his Facebook. Shout out to Misha Smith. Thank you very much. Tash, how you going? Travis, Joe, all you cool cats out there. Thank you so much. The Facebook, the whole, as of the 1st of October, we were looking at all changing platforms and everything for our streaming possibilities. Well, basically, they were cutting off the music streaming, but it looks like they've changed their mind. So with the whole COVID thing around the world, it's made a huge impact. And I think these platforms are starting to realize that we do need somewhere to share the music, express the music, and also promote the music as well. So I think if people start coming up with monthly subscriptions for licensing and all that kind of stuff with the right price that all the artists get rewarded and respected for that, I think that is the total way to go. Mr. Bosse in the house, how are you, mate? Good to see you back.
I am back.
Yeah.
Where were you? Yeah, bit of a glitch there.
Yeah, mate, that's the restream thing that I'm talking about. But that's all good, mate. Listen, we were talking about your Facebook and stuff like that. So they've changed their mind now. So
Yeah, so well, I don't know if they've changed their mind. They're actually saying that they never really said it. So they're saying shorter clips of music are recommended. So
right.
if you're going to play a track from the start to the end, there's a good chance you're going to get flagged.
Or our 1 or 2 hour, 3 hour streams.
Yeah. But technically, we're mixing those. Like, how much of a track do you normally play when you're mixing? You play half a track, a quarter of a track, even. Like,
listen, when I was doing the CDs for Ministry and Central Station Records and stuff, the rule of thumb was like 3 seconds of a song that you were basically allowed to play before you had to get copyright issues and laws and stuff. So,
there should always be a visual component to your video. Recorded audio should not be the primary purpose of the video.
So does that help with the copyright? Is that what they're saying? Maybe.
Yeah,
very interesting.
That's pretty much what they're saying.
Listen, I've been doing a bit of reading on about Twitch and stuff as well, and Mixcloud. We put it in our previous 3 Tennis post. Shout out to you, bloody Doolan. We were talking about Mixcloud and Twitch. They're the platforms to stream on. Twitch is a lot, let's say, what do you call it? A lot lighter with your streaming, because they've noticed, as well as their gaming platform and everything that's going on there, they're probably up 375 to 395% viewers. So, and everybody's sharing around and stuff. So they understand what's sort of going on in the world, and I think the platforms are trying to get a hold of it, but they're still sort of working it out. So there is that all legislation, and the problem is with legislation, it's about America as opposed to Australia, to the UK. It's all, it's we've got different laws everywhere you go. So
yeah, but I think Mixcloud is definitely starting to improve their platform, because they've just recently announced that you can now archive your videos on Mixcloud, whereas before that, you sort of done your live stream and that, and then they disappeared. So that's already a massive step for Mixcloud.
So shout out to you, John Course, and your Mixcloud bloody epic live sets, mate. We love them. A lot of people around Melbourne and Australia, yeah, we all do. Probably overseas, I'm sure, as well. So
at the end of the article says, so something's happening behind the scenes, but who knows how long it will be before licenses are agreed, so that copyright music can be broadcasted without any issues on Facebook, if it ever happens. For now, as it provides zero takedowns and artist royalty payments, Mixcloud Live is the best bet.
Mm-hmm. So guys, we'll be streaming to YouTube as we are tonight, as well as Facebook, and it looks like we will continue on Facebook, and we'll follow this up as it goes. So Bosse, there's a big announcement that we were going to say tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, we're endeavouring our part on our first live sort of stream event. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct, and it's looking to be a cracker. Yeah. So
I must say that it's got it's been a few of the ideas have come around from a couple of the parties. Shout out to you, Luke, for the Bus DJ thing. And you're right, we probably did put it a bit on steroids, and we will get back to you with some other ideas. But Bosse, roll the tape. This is what we're about. Tell me what's going on there, mate.
Yeah, so we're going to be putting on a live stream event. We're going to be doing it for Beyond Blue, charity fundraiser. Hopefully, we can get some bit of money for a great charity, and so we're going to be doing that on Halloween, and it's going to be a dress up. So all the DJs are going to be masked up and all dressed up in their Halloween outfits. We're going to run a competition, guess the DJ competition. There's going to be some. We're hoping we're going to be hosting it throughout the whole party. So we're going to get some people on board, and it's going to be a great one.
Yes, listen, I'm really looking forward to it. We might get a couple of other crews on board. We've got that's obviously our special guest Alex in the house for his he's been doing fundraising for a number of years, and he'll speak about that on the guest interview tonight. We can't wait to speak to him. We might even ask him some questions about our fundraiser, and we'll go from there. But melodic techno, Bosse,
yes.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, so it's going to be our melodic techno breakout. So we're going to run a couple of rooms, and one being our melodic techno, which very excited to start getting out there, because we haven't really had time to play much music over the last.
Listen, guys, a lot of you guys on the trivia. Shout out to you, Garth from Smile Police, and Derek and Cal and Kelly and Kay and Joe, and the list goes on, and Lukey. So the in-house joke is Master Kaos and his melodic techno, but I think it's starting to transform over here, and you guys are all picking it up and being really interested. So we can't wait to do our first live stream with the melodic techno. As Bosse said, all masked DJs, we're going to put up it's going to be very much like the Masked Singer, but a DJ sort of thing. We'll put up a bit of a crew online. You guys will get to vote. We'll give away prizes. We're looking at getting a couple of audio and store audio. Let's not say store who they are, but we're looking at getting a few prizes for the audience, as well as all the donations that are going fully to the Beyond Blue. So we can't wait for that. That is the 31st of October, and that is on a Saturday night. So
perfect.
Shout out to
I think it's going to be a lot. It's just going to bring a different atmosphere to the live streams. Like, it's just going to be fun. Everyone's going to be dressed up. Well, everyone loves getting a bit dressed up every now and then. Yeah. So
listen, I don't want to say too much over the World Wide Web, but
you don't need to dress up much, mate. You just
chaotic, yeah. So I don't want to say too much, but Bosse, if anyone a few people have said if anybody plays melodic techno, then they would guess who it is. It's you and me, because we've been plugging it probably for a year and a half. So unless
we've got some ideas up our sleeves to sidetrack people on that thought. So
if these lockdowns still I hear that it's going into second stage from 4. Is that right?
Second stage from 4.
Are you in third or fourth?
We're in 4th still. So
I heard today from a very well-known source that it's you guys are going into second stage soon.
I think that's rural, not in the suburbs.
10 people allowed in the house? Haven't heard it? Well, Mr. Encyclopedia, shout out to you. I'll put my money on that guy any day of the week. You know who you are. Bosse does as well. And that's the mail, mate. So
well, I was actually told on Monday from my boss, who's a very smart man. He said this is all going to be over on Sunday, and I just looked at him. I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Just trust me. There's going to be an announcement on Sunday, whether it be Sunday or Wednesday. Things are going to ease right off, like in a hurry." So I just kept that to myself because it's just he say, but who knows? Let's hope so.
Yeah, well, Yeah, we got some more ideas for some people coming over to the Bossy Show's garage, and maybe we can host some of that the Halloween party from your joint, mate, because your setup is second to none. Let's say that.
It's rusting.
It's rusting in this.
It's rusting.
Listen, let's move on. I want to give a couple of shout outs to Steve Dixon, mate. Much love to you, Travis, and the LT.
He also said only regional. So yeah, he's back.
Right. Oh, Derek, come on, mate. Brooke Pierce, shout out to you as well, and your homeboys and girls. And yeah, who we've got? Tiggs, thank you very much. Dixon, and St. Luke, mate. Come on, bro. Thank you very much, bro, for the idea of the mask party. And yes, we got.
You called it trance last night. What's the go there, Damien?
I've got to say the trivia. You know what they did? They stitched me up because it's in-house Jake with Master Kaos and his melodic trance, right? That they're calling it trance because these guys don't know what's going on. So you know what they did? They did a question. They said, "What is the genre of this tune?" Right? And they did trance, none of the above, trance, and it was melodic techno, right? And then you know what they tried to do? I clicked it, right? Because I'm competitive, right? I wanted to win. I'm like, I clicked all of the above, clicked them all, right? And because I wanted to win, and they're like, they tried to take a screenshot to say, "Told ya, Chaos Todd said it was trance." These guys stitched up. Anyway,
so was there a melodic? Was there a melodic answer there?
No. It was trance, all of the above, or trance, playing a melodic tune. Cool story, guys. Yeah. Anyway, wait until I host it again and the Bossy. Mate, let's move on. What can we do now? I'm thinking, Mr. Drummond, shout out to you. You're a gangster. Definitely, mate. We got some work together later on, let me tell you. If we could go to the Tech Talk segment, let's do that. This is the CDJ 3000 and versus the Denon players, the SC 6000. This is all the news and the vibe at the moment. Check it out. Here we go. Rolling the credits.
Hey guys, how are you all?
Yo, how are you, Mr. Dave DGen, our tech guru?
I'm doing well, mate. Doing well. Just keeping busy, that's for sure. As always. First of all, I thought I'd quickly just touch on my understanding of the Facebook ruling. So my understanding was that there was going to be no change to the legislation as of the 1st of October. Look, this is something that they did announce, a couple of years ago when they said, we don't want people streaming live music on Facebook because it does breach some sort of copyright, especially with DMCA in the States, and of course APRA legislation here in Australia as well. But they're trying to put a hard and fast rule to say, look, anything that creates a music listening experience technically should not be played on a social media platform because they are not forwarding on the rights. Well, that's my understanding anyway. I am aware that they do have certain agreements with places like Apple and also Microsoft Gaming as well. So we'll see what happens with those as times change. At the moment, there's a plethora of platforms out there that DJs can still definitely stream their music to, things like Twitch, who are now partnered up with Amazon Music. There's PlayDJ.tv, who are a new entry onto the platform. They have confirmed that they definitely share all the royalties and send them on to the appropriate artists and labels. And of course Mixcloud as well. While that platform is still in beta, there's always enhancements going through, so watch this space. But that's of course not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about something that
units.
I'm here to talk about a couple of units. That's right, and I'm not just talking about these two guys here.
We've got enough units around here, mate.
Which
Yeah,
unit
we
you talking
got a
about,
couple of
mate?
units here, that's for sure. No. We're actually talking about the CDJ 3000 and the Denon SC6000. What are the differences between the two? You know, how they compare to one another. Bear with me. I've just lost my Stream Deck. Here we go. That's fine. All right. So on one hand, we've got the CDJ 3000.
Unit number 1.
Unit number 1. And of course, we've got the Denon, the SC6000. They both look very, very similar in their own rights, don't they?
They do. One's got a bigger screen.
Yes, the Denon definitely does have a bigger screen. That's for sure. We can see. I'm just going to kick you boys off for a second. Hang on. Sorry. There you go. See you, boys. My show now. We can see down the bottom there that they've got the Q buttons on the Denons, whereas on the Pioneers they've got them up the top. There are a couple of key differences though between the two. The CDJ 3000s are predominantly going to be used for professional DJs, club owners, festivals, and the like. Some of the big benefits of them is they've got a high res screen. They've got a 6-core processor, which means that it's bloody quick. I've had another mate, Tony Walsh, who's playing down at having a good play of them down at Concert AV, and he said these things are just a machine. So look, each to their own. Everybody's going to have their own personal preferences. They are very quick. They're very responsive. Apparently the looping is next level. I'll show you a very, very quick clip on that, on what an artist, James Zabilla, has played around with. We have also got key lock and key shift. Now we know that these tools are similar to like the Tractor products, Go Tractor. But
we've been using that for years, mate. 100%. So,
yeah,
thanks
definitely.
for Pioneer for catching up. You know,
definitely, but yeah, 100%.
You kicked him out.
Oh, where's my face? But no. I'm MK Denon all the way, and 100%. Mate.
Yeah.
Pioneer, thanks for giving us not much again. And how much is that, Dave? Can I ask that?
I believe that the pricing point is around $4,000 at this present moment. So, that may be subject to change. But look, you know,
can I ask one thing? Is that a it says CDJ 3000, so $4,000 for a CD player. Is that right? Is that
no. It's not a CD player. It doesn't have any CD functionality.
Awesome.
Why does it have CD?
Pardon?
Why does it still have CD in its name?
That's a good question. I've been questioning that myself. And if you have a look at, I don't know, the old CDJs, maybe they were just saying that the DJ is, of course, the disc jockey, being, you know, us, and compact being compact, not CDJ. It would be a compact disc jockey. So that means that you can be out on the road, you can go from place to place to place, and you can play your music.
Do you think it's more a DDJ than a CDJ?
Well, no, it's a media player. Okay, it's a media player like the XDJ, and I believe that their brand is so strong, Bosse, that the CDJ brand is so strong. Well, why would you get rid of it? So they've shortchanged here, like Apple. Sorry, Brad, and everybody else that owns an Apple out there. Not getting sponsored by you, of course. Here's Chaos's rant. Chaos's rant. We need a topic on that. But CDJs have been around a long time, and why would you let that go when it's a marketable commodity?
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about some of the benefits of the Denon SC6000. So not only does it have one input, so it is a it is a DJ media player with a 10.1 inch touchscreen. It does have 2 audio inputs, so that means that you can actually have two audio sources going through. It's also Wi-Fi enabled, so that has a huge benefit over, say, the Pioneer products. It also has streaming capabilities, so through Beatport, Tidal, SoundCloud, BeatSource as well. So that means even if you misplaced your USB stick, or it happens to be somewhere else, and you need to be, you have to jump online, you have to jump on for your set in the next 10 minutes. You're still going to a way to be able to stream your music. It does have, of course, a CD port as well. It analyzes the tracks in Rekordbox as well on the go.
Does the CDJ 3000 Pioneer, the latest flagship, just at $4,000, that's not a CD player, does that analyze tracks on the go as well, mate? Or?
It does not. But however, the 3-band equalizer is pretty cool as well. So I really like the 3-band equalizer on that. But each of their own. The Denon one there also has some pretty good capabilities as well. It's pretty quick. Not only that too, but the Denon is also dual layer, so that means you can actually see what track is playing currently and what track you've got queued up ready to go. So effectively, you can you don't have to sit there and play around with the track. And the pricing point for these ones are about $2,500, which is a much cheaper price.
That sounds like it does a little more, but they also sound like they're for two different specific sort of for what would you say?
Two completely separate areas. So for the home DJ, for the people that are just playing at home, look, you might be able to get away with the Denon, not a problem. But if you're in a club and you want connectivity and you want it's a really good unit as well as the Pioneer. So each to their own. I'm not going to judge. James Zabila, who's an international DJ, he had a bit of a play around, and he's saying he absolutely loves the units. So let me just play a very quick 1-minute video just on this.
Mm-hmm. That's 4, 8, 12, 16 around.
That's pretty cool.
Very cool. Quick fit.
Live looping like that, it's very cool.
You can do that on any platform. What are you talking about?
Shout out to James Zabila for that.
Yeah, I think he's great. What he put together there was excellent. It's a yes from me, Bosse. If you were on that show, is it a yes from you, mate?
It is a yes from me. I reckon they're great. I'm pioneer. I'm a pioneer man. So I love it. Love them.
They're faster. They're more responsive. They don't need to be faster. They're more responsive. They got the fastest. They're claiming the fastest processor out of all decks, but you don't.
Which
need
is
it
a
to
huge
be,
benefit. Yeah.
But you don't need it to be any faster. They load fine. They play fine. They sync fine. They do everything fine. So Denon is more like Samsung, which is they're offering more services, more streaming services, and they're really catching up. And at $2,500 compared to $4,000.
That's a big selling point, because I know a lot of people are gonna, for that fact, they're gonna go for the Denons over a Pioneer. Because
listen, I think a Marlo bought them. I think I saw on LCK's platform that he had I think he had a Denon set up as well there as well. And for scratches and for more versatility and stuff like that, I think it's bloody
versatility.
Brilliant. Versatility. Sorry, versatility. I think it's super brilliant. But but they own the market, and there's cycles. So I can't wait to see what the future holds for sure.
Indeed.
Barrett reckons we need a new segment called Kaos's Rant. I think that was going off from before.
No, that's from Tuesday. From the trivia.
All right, thanks for that. That's it for me, guys. I'll catch you on the after party, or the uncensored, I should say.
The uncensored. Thank you very much, Dave. Our tech
Thanks, guys.
guru. You've been amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, very cool. Listen, Bosse, I think we're going to review the machine, the Mark III, or the latest one out, the studio edition and stuff. It's about $2,000. That's how all the hip hop cats do their drum beats. So that'll be coming up. But enough of that. Let's just do some more fun stuff.
Just on that, I'll do that next week for you guys. All right.
Well,
Sweet.
thanks, mate. Put that
No
in.
worries. Cheers. See ya.
Thumbs up buttons now.
I have control.
So next up, we listen. I want to go to something fun, and Beardy Man. He's a guy that's he's a beatboxer. He's been on TED Talks. I've watched him since 2008, since his Google conferences. He's did the London proms and the orchestra over there. Just Google him, Beardy Man. We're going to play a bit of a clip of him right now, and he is mint. So check this out, people. Oh yeah.
How good is he? I remember you showed me him about how long ago? Probably 14 years ago, 15 years ago. So I think we're ready for our interview, yeah?
We've got our special guest now, Alex Wadleton. Listen, his mammoth effort on the weekend for his Melbourne Shuffle Marathon was just bloody brilliant for the Lighthouse Foundation. As a crew, we can't thank you and appreciate it in Australia very much more. Dave, roll the credits. Here we go. Thank you very much. Alex is next.
Hey, how you going?
G'day, legends. How are you going?
Yeah, very well. Yourself?
Living the dream. Always living the dream.
Thanks for coming on the show.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Yeah, congratulations on pulling off one of the craziest fundraisers I think I've ever seen. What was the story behind that?
Well, I just like to do dumb things. And I thought, well, we're stuck in Melbourne, stage 4, can't do anything, can't go out and dance, can't go and do exercise. I thought, but then again, I've got a house to live in. So I thought there's like so many thousands of young kids under 18 who don't even have a house to live in. So I thought I'd just do a Melbourne Shuffle Marathon. That's a stupid idea. Let's do a marathon. Let's do 42 Ks of shuffling from back in my Raven days back in the 90s and just started it. And I started out with a $2,000 goal to raise money for Lighthouse Foundation, who is a homeless charity. And it just went bananas. So I think we're just short of 40K we actually ended up raising in the end, which is pretty Pretty epic. Yeah, 40, yeah, mental.
Listen, Alex, if we could roll some credits to show you about your mammoth efforts. Thank you very much. That'd be awesome.
With Melbourne in lockdown, one man's on a mission to raise money for the thousands of young Aussies who don't even have a home to be locked down in. Tomorrow, Alex Wadleton is going to dance the Melbourne Shuffle, marathon style. That's 42 Ks for about 8 hours live streamed from his living room.
Melbourne, you're in the house, so let's do something while we are. This is the Melbourne Shuffle. Well, it's my version of the Melbourne Shuffle. It was born in the late 80s and early 90s in the Melbourne rave scene. Places like Every Picture Tells a Story, Earthcore, Teriyaki and Aki-Saki, and underground raves across this great town. That's where I discovered it. With Melbourne under a curfew lockdown, I want to try and do something that makes people smile and helps raise some money for people who aren't as lucky as us to be able to even have a home to be locked down in. So that's why I'm doing the Melbourne Shuffle Marathon.
Whoa! Shout out to you, mate. That is just huge. It's epic.
How long have you been creating these ideas? Was it a spur of the moment thing just because of lockdown, or have you been working with fundraisers much?
Yeah, I've done quite a few fundraisers. Like the first stupid idea I had for a fundraiser was because my son's got a lot of allergies, so he's like we were in Royal Children's Hospital all the time, and we were walking through there at 3 o'clock in the morning one day. I was feeling sorry for myself, and then I saw a mum pushing along a 5-year-old daughter who had like a 30-centimeter scar on the head, obviously had brain cancer or something. And I just went, well, why don't I, world's greatest shave, and people shave their head for money. I just thought in the moment, what about if every dollar that some people donated, I donated that to Camp Quality. So I did this thing called One Buck, One Pluck, where people donated money. I plucked my hair out, and I sent them a video of me plucking my hair out. And it was stupid. And that got a lot of
first charity.
That was my first random charity thing, and I've just started doing things like that every so often. And this is the latest dumb thing I could think of. And it's because often charity things are so serious. It's sometimes good to do something funny, and then that has a serious message underneath.
Yep, and the kids appreciate that as well. They
exactly.
Like happy. So
what also stands out from charity things, which is sometimes so earnest, or because a lot of charities do get very somber. And our life is already somber enough. Maybe we need to add some life, and people want to feel good about themselves while they're doing something good to help people who are going through hard things. So I'm not the world's greatest shuffler, don't get me wrong. I'm old school shuffling, and not like the new hard style stuff. With the old school shuffle, you can shuffle for hours. So I thought that was possible.
Did you use talcum powder at all?
I did have a bit of talcum powder. I did have a bit of that when the side trance was going. So got a bit of the dust earth core style happening around. It was a bit of fun.
And who was supplying your music?
So a mate of mine is a DJ and a music producer, Sam Hopgood, who's a really awesome guy. I've known him for years and years and through working and stuff. And he does some really great prog house and stuff. He was a big earthcore man back in the day. So then some of his tunes have being played by Dave Seaman. I think Nick Warren or something's releasing his next track. So he's an awesome bloke, and he DJ'd for over 9 hours. That's a pretty epic innings himself.
Alex, as a DJ myself, I was wondering. I heard the change that you guys were organising, a different genre every hour, and I was like, "How's this guy doing that?" I'm like, "Is he just playing cassettes or video? I don't know how you're doing it." And I was like, "Okay, some of it's got to be live, and then the rest of it, whatever else." But so Sam was in. He was running that whole show, was he?
He did the whole thing. So we had a couple of hours of requests. So when people donated, they could request a song, and then he would mix that. So that was where it chilled out for a little bit, and then we brought it home with the classic, some Jeff Mills and that sort of stuff towards the back end to keep us going. Some Orbital, just to end on Orbital. There's this usually when the sun's rising. This time was because we're old. it was 11 o'clock at night instead of 11 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, that's how.
You've done something right. I mean, you were on Sam, Chrissy, and
you're on the project.
You're on Nova. You're on the project. It went all around the world. So
Yeah, it went on Channel 9 News as well, which is good because the newsreader is like an ambassador for Lighthouse Foundation. So they actually jumped into, we did it on Zoom, and they came into the Zoom room and recorded it live. And so they had us live streaming onto the Channel 9 News. I found out afterwards because I was in the zone trying to see dancing. So I didn't see what was going on. But
Did
people
you
were telling me.
T-shirts on? Shut up, I'm dancing.
Yeah, I got some T-shirts made that had on the back, eat, sleep, rave, donate on the back. So we sort of bit of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was a bit of fun, and people had a good time because people were smiling and having a good time, and it just I didn't expect it to get anywhere near as big. It just went bananas. So
really,
yeah, it was fun. It was great.
That's fantastic.
Have you got more projects in the future, do you think?
Yeah, I've always got ideas on the go because I've come from an advertising background. I've got a charity thing coming out probably in a month or 6 weeks. Hopefully you'll see. It's not dance related, but it's but yeah, I've always got something stupid on the go.
Yeah, I've heard you've done some stuff overseas, and you've also done Woolies and Coles and things like that, and support. We've been backing people. Can you tell us more about those?
Yeah, so I did a thing. They've just brought them out again. Those Ushies. Lion King Ushies. So I did something which was basically saying how these things are evil and they're not sort of fitting the circle of life. So we reshot iconic scenes from the Lion King and put these Ushies, but put them in landfill instead of the Serengeti. And so that went ballistic. And within a week they ended the promotion, and that went bananas in the news as well. And we've got a book on the go as well, which you might see there. I don't know if anyone can see that actually. So I released that at Christmas.
Yep.
New one's coming out this Christmas. The Right Brain Workout 2 will be coming out, and that's like just because I work in a creative field, and you watch the news and it can get pretty grim. So I just want people to be more creative. So every day you can see that.
So
like a different question every day to just get people to be more creative and put some good vibes in the world. So I'm all about trying to put some good vibes in the world, like you guys.
So, Alex, can you give us an example of that book? So if you turned over a page, we'd love to plug that book, mate. It's fantastic. And I know you've got a new one on the way as well. So tell us about that one so we can get the crowd and everybody interested.
Well, so like an example of the question would be, so every question is written by a different creative person I know. So if we do book 3, I'll get you guys to write a question if you can. So one of the questions, for example, is design your surname as a heavy metal logo, which is a great question. And then you look in the back and see who wrote that question. And it's a guy who's in a heavy, hard rock, heavy metal band who's also a graphic designer. So it's like it all sort of makes sense. And then the next day it's another question that's completely different, like design some shoes to climb up the side of a boat in 40-foot waves.
Sure.
Why not?
Well,
just random stuff.
Bosse, if I could say that it was a bit like our segment last week that I put on, which was the Florida man and Florida woman. So basically we got people's birth date, not the year, just their 25th of October, whatever it was, and we typed in Florida man. I was throwing sausages at my mum. Dear old Kay, what was she doing? She was doing something hilarious. Bosse's wife, Lily, she sold Pringles. Do you remember that, Bosse? You want to explain that one?
Yeah, I can't remember it fully. It was something about Pringles.
She stole Pringles from. So basically, let's not go into that. She sold Pringles. So it was about what you, when you were born, what was caught up back in Florida, which is pretty epic. So different sort of thing, but it was funny.
It's just what's good about that stuff as well, it's not when you're a kid you're just so free and happy, and then as you get older you're told that's the wrong way to do things, that's the right way to do things. But when you're creative doing the stuff you talk about, there's no wrong answer and you're just free and you're in the moment. And I think we need more of that, because it's like day to day working and stuff, you can get so serious. Let's just have some fun, put some good vibes out, and because we got to, because most of the stuff that Australia does is pulling stuff out of the ground and that's not going to work forever. So let's just help.
No more digging holes.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's crazy. So I'm just trying to help.
So another exciting thing about you. Tell us about the Nicky Winmar.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because I'm a big footy nut, and I just had the idea a couple of years ago. Just why isn't there a statue of Nicky Winmar, pulling up his shirt? In fact, I'm wearing an Indigenous t-shirt tonight. Why isn't a statue of Nicky Winmar, pointing at his skin, saying I'm black and I'm proud? So I just put it together, a crowdfunding campaign with a mate, and we ended up getting on AFL 360, then in the Herald Sun, then we got in contact with the AFL, then 2.5 years later, the bloody thing got unveiled at Optus Stadium, where he's from, and he's a Noongar man. And I've got this story. If you'll indulge me for 2 minutes, this is my favorite. This is my favorite story of any piece of work I've ever done. So we were there to see it unveiled, and it's got covered in all the black plastic and all that sort of stuff, and it's just pissing down all day. It's just raining. And so we go to the opening ceremony. There's all the dignitaries there. There's Gillon McLachlan from the AFL. There's the Premier of WA, the Sports Minister, Indigenous Minister, and they're all giving these speeches. And they're all really great speeches. It's still just raining. And then it finally comes to Nicky, and this is no word of a lie. He stood up. It stopped raining. He got to the lectern. The clouds opened. As soon as he started talking, the sun came out for the first time for the day. And it was just one of those things, like, I never used to believe it, but it was like, this is the universe says this is the right thing. And it was mind blowing. And then he finished his speech and he sat down and it started raining again. It was insane. And then a couple more speeches. Then it's all right, let's come on, actually unveil the statue. And he got up and again, the clouds just parted and the sun came out. And then it was a beautiful sunny day the rest of the day. And it was just like, it was just the most amazing. And it's going to stand there for like 1,000 years, the sculptor said. Like, it'll last forever. And it's just so beautiful. And we could see people going up to it and talking about, oh, what does this mean? We see Indigenous kids pulling up their jumper, getting a photo taken with it. It was just like, this is what we need. Just everyone to just be together.
Where is it located?
It's at Perth's Optus Stadium. So, because he's from Perth, so he's a Noongar man. He didn't want it at Victoria Park because obviously
I'm a bit of a
very bad menu.
Myself.
Yeah. So it was great. So all his family were there.
Yeah.
And so it was just a pretty epic moment, and just to see it standing there, it's amazing. It's amazing because he did an amazing thing, and so it's good that people can talk about it and see them in person, even for when he's long gone, which will be, who knows how long that'll be, but this thing will be there for hundreds of years, and saying let's all be equal and be nice to each other.
There is so many comments, compliments about you on the chat. Good on you, mate. Legend. Good work, Alex. Legend, man. Well done. Shout out
to Kay. They all think you did it. Steve Dixon, Alex, you were great. The list goes on, mate. So, thank you very much. We're going to keep going, mate. Alex, you do your own podcast as well. So please plug that, mate, and everybody subscribe and get on it. So
I've got a podcast called The Right Brain Warm Up. So it's based off the book, and every week. I stopped because I've been having to homeschool. I've been dead the last 4 weeks, but I've started again, which is good. So I've done about 40 episodes or so, and there's three guests every week, and we just talk about creativity and why it's good. So just different perspective on creativity, on how you can be more creative, why it's important, and then I ask a question from the book, and the answers to some of the questions are hilarious. It's really great fun. So it's only half an hour as well, so it's easy to digest as you're walking around outside the house with a mask on.
Oh wow, that's fantastic! And your new book, please. What's that about?
Well, it's going to be just a follow up. It's going to be the Right Brain Workout too. So all new questions, all new people. So it's people like Tommy Little, he's written questions for it, and people like that, and comedians, and musos and artists and art directors and designers and photographers all come up with different questions.
So what are your influences? Comedians, artists,
just
musos,
all sorts of.
I'm all into stuff.
He's frozen.
It's all just different. It's different creative people for each page. So
we're back there.
We're
back. Yeah. What are your influences in life, mate? Because comedians, Joe Rogan, stand-up comedy, the list goes on. So listen, you're at that age. I've had children. You've had children. Bosse's had children. I think life is a lot more meaningful now that we're, let's say, I'm guessing that we're all in our 40s, and it's about what you do with that time, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and it's also trying to set a good example for the kids as well, try and make the world a better place, because there's only so much money, doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things if you can do something that... I listen to podcasts. I get a little bit universal sometimes. I listen to this secular Buddhism podcast, which is really great. Namaste. But he was talking about, there was this really great... study that they did where they had this picture of 3 kids, and that had one kid in the middle who was smiling and 2 kids either side who were unhappy, and they take this photo and show it to kids from Western society and say, is that kid in the middle happy? And we all go, yeah, of course, they're smiling. Of course it's got to happen. And you take the same photo to the Eastern society and they're like, well, he can't be happy because his friends are unhappy. Yeah. So I think we need to sort of move towards that sort of a thing where we start to help, not just help yourself, but help other people. And that's going to help yourself in the end. So because I've done a lot of advertising where perhaps I haven't done that. So I'm trying to undo my evil a bit in the last few years and try and do some good stuff.
Besides your episode in the hospital where you saw kids and, that made you, really think hard about it. Have you had something in your life that's, made you go down this path the way you have, or?
Just build up over time. I mean, I remember when I was working in an ad agency, I got briefed on a sports betting account, creative brief, which is nothing wrong with sports betting, but the thing that they wanted people to think after they saw the ad was it's better to bet and lose than to not bet at all. And I was just like,
hang on a minute.
What? That's crazy. And so
gamble responsibly.
Yeah, exactly. Let's whisper that really quickly. So I just, that sort of stuff started happening, and I just that sort of stuff just built over time. Yeah. And finally the floodgates broke, and I went, I can't do this shit anymore. So I just do it on social good stuff basically now, which I'm lucky after 20 years of doing what I'm doing,
You're doing a great job. So we're actually, we spoke briefly the other day, but so we're doing our first attempt of a fundraiser slash live stream party. I mean, it's a lot of it getting out there at the moment, but we're trying to put together a bit of a fundraiser for Beyond Blue. So we spoke to you briefly. Would you like to come on and host that with us? And,
for sure.
And maybe give us some tips on how we can get some more fundraising going for the charities. So.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I mean, I can try and help. I just think when in doubt, I hit the Control-Alt-Stupid button. And that tends to get you a bit of traction because it's unexpected, because everyone does worthy things. I think if you can make it fun, like having a virtual rave or whatever, that's fun. It's something to do that's a different. It's all about connection in some way, human connection, and 100%. That's what music can do, is connect people. That's why I love love going out to raves and stuff. It's just that the feeling of being with other people. Like I know, just before lockdown, I went to see Fatboy Slim at the Sydney Myer Bowl.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. It's actually on YouTube, but it's brilliant. And it's just like, I don't know, how long is it going to be till we can do something where there's 20,000 people, and everyone was just having the best time. Yeah. So we miss that. And if we can do anything like that virtually, like from the faces from people, just of a couple of 150 people just doing the rave thing, the shuffle thing. It's just people just gagging for some fun at the moment, So give that fun to people, and you'll go a long way. Yeah, I reckon.
That's fantastic, Alex, and we appreciate that. And we would love you to, basically it's a masked DJ party. We'd love to do some hosting like this, get us all on, do a bit of banter, a bit of fun, get some charity and donations going on, guest the DJ, that sort of thing. They might even come over to Bosse's house to DJ, depending on restrictions. So we might do a live and a online sort of stuff. So it's going to be fantastic. We'd love to have you there. And possibly Sam, Hopgood with his DJ skills as well, maybe as one of the master DJs. That could be
he's the second half of his last name is good, so I reckon that's a great idea.
That's fantastic. Listen, we've really loved having you online and on the show, and if I could say, God bless, and everything you're doing is amazing. Listen, I'm a bit of a meditations and I've been into isolation with monks and things before. And so you're a good soul. I appreciate you coming on the show, and I look forward to, your future efforts and contributions to society and the world. And
no
thank
worries.
you very much, man.
Thanks for reaching out.
And stuff on the show notes.
Brilliant.
I have to get that book out because it sounds I'm going to have to get one myself. It sounds really good and interesting.
Yeah, it went well. I mean, it was unexpected as well. Like we put it out, and then Sam's commenting. We put it out, and within 2 weeks, Penguin decided to do a reprint, and then like a month later, they said, "Let's do a second book." So it's people like it, doing doing some good things. It's all got we've all got to try and do some good things in the world, and you guys are, and Sam's doing some good things. Everyone who is putting positive vibes in the world's got to be some good vibes in there.
I think it's the age that we're at. It's we've been every picture tells a story. Earth Core, I played at those as well. Doglands, and what was your first Earth Core there?
Did you
do the volcano one? Did you do the early ones, 2002?
Yeah, it would have been in the 2000. I can't remember because it's in the dim, dark, distant things. I might have been in a slightly different plane of existence when I went to it.
I bet you it was Scott Project back in the day in 2001 too. That it would have been the first Earth Cores. I think they started in 1999. I think I did a trivia on that.
I remember Infected Mushroom were the headliners when I was there, and that was pretty epic. Yeah.
Sam says, Alex, you're a goose.
I certainly am.
Much love from you. Listen, to dance on the project and do what you did, an old school raver, and I dance the same because I'm an old school raver, and I'm not 2020 or 2010. So listen, we appreciate
it's a shuffle, isn't it? It's not a stomp, as far as I can tell. You can shuffle, you can go for hours.
It's the Running Man now, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. We look forward to doing the Halloween party and getting you as a host, as well as Sam. It'd be epic. Thank you for your contribution, and peace out. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks, legends.
Bye.
Thank you, Austin. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.
What a great guy.
See, that was Sam. Epic, yeah. Well, his heart's in the right place, and he's been doing it for a while. But you can feel it on stage with him, or on. You could feel it on the podcast with him, couldn't you?
Definitely.
And you know what? I think it's about the kids too. If you've had kids, you're a different wildebeest. Do you reckon, Bosse?
It changes your life. It's the biggest life-changing thing you can do, I think. And get married. But kids, your whole life changes. So.
Yeah. So I think we maybe bring that up in the uncensored, how kids change you. They really do. Like I can't, and even best mate Noel and things like that, we can't watch horror movies or anything goes on with kids and children dying and stuff. Like once you've had a kid, you're like, ooh, it's
it's
all a bit heavy.
Changes, yeah. No more horror movies, no more a lot of things. So
no, listen, I think the lovely girls, the industry girls, mate, Alex, champion, thank you very much. The industry girls, the gig fix, that's up next. Let's bring it on. Gig guide, here we go.
Hello, hi Kelly, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
So we've got a few hand-picked selections that we'll discuss today from around Australia and across around the world as well. Before we do that, we just want to remind everyone that all of the links, all of the events that we talk about today, they'll be the links for those will be posted in the Australian Underground Sounds Facebook page or Facebook group after our segment. I think first up, Joe has a competition to share.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that John Kaos, he has a competition for Pioneer DBJ 200 controller. You can find all the instructions for that on the YouTube link after the show. But basically what you have to do is just hop onto Spotify, download his track onto your playlist, and then follow the link from there. So that's John Kaos competition. Just letting you know, House Nation Live have a few events that I've selected for you. Cause of Loss from Darwin every Wednesday at 9 until the 9th of June next year. He'll be playing some groovy deep and tech house. Don Steele from Melbourne, his last show is this Friday. Don't be sure to catch it. It'll be a biggie. He's also playing house tunes, tribal to tech house, and playing some Balearic Tech House will be Xander James with only 3 dates left, and he's featuring 7 p.m. From Monday, I believe. Yeah, over to you, Cal. Oh no, sorry. Before I go off, you can catch Steve Peel Thursdays from 7 p.m. for a Hard House live stream. So all the links will be posted on the show, as Cal mentioned. And if you are looking to attend a party, a Zoom dance party this weekend, Kelly's very excited. Progression Sessions is back with another Zoom party. It's co-hosted by My Aeon, and it goes from 7 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. So yes, get your Red Bull ready. The headliner is Saito from Brazil. He played at Esoteric last year. And Kelly is now going to speak about her couple of Zoom dance party experiences and tell you what you can expect. Kelly?
Thank you. So I've attended a couple of Zoom dance parties now. My first one was in April, and straight away I was just like, this is amazing. You attend streams, like live streams online, and you can chat to people and you can chat to the DJ, but there's just this missing thing. Like Alex touched on earlier. He said the human interaction thing is something that we all need right now, especially for us in Victoria because we're still in lockdown. In a Zoom dance party, you can actually see people having fun. You can interact with people in a fun way. The vibes, you can just feel the vibes from everyone that you can see. It's just amazing. I highly recommend it for everyone. I'll definitely be attending this progression sessions and having a dance in the Zoom dance party there on Saturday, and hope you'll all join me. There's actually, so on Friday, there's a kids Zoom session. So it's a kids disco with DJ Andrew McClelland. So that's being hosted by Victorian State Library, which sounds a little bit odd, but it's cool. In Victoria at the moment, we're actually starting school holidays from Friday. So it's a great way for the kids to get into the school holidays, start the school holidays with a bang. It's on from 4 till 5 o'clock on Friday. A family friendly, probably suited to 5 to 12-year-olds. And mixed genre. Registration is required, to make sure you're registering for that. Later on Friday, for people in Brisbane, this is a funny one because I'm going to talk about it a bit weird, but in Brisbane there is a boat party that's happening, and I talk about this in a weird way because I'm really excited for the people in Brisbane, even though this party is only for 50 people. So only 50 people are allowed. Yes, 50 people. There is something that's actually happening that's not a live stream. So first up, it's not a live stream. All we've been listening to lately is live streams. They're actually having a real party, 50 people only, but it's really cool. I'm a bit torn because, yes, it's only 50 people, but it's still cool. Melbourne is following everything here, and we hope that that for us, that's a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll hope that we'll be able to see things like that. So Brisbane, the Ignite crew are putting on a boat party for you. We hope that that will be lots of fun for you. The council has approved it, 50 people. We hope you have a great night. Over to you, Joe.
So while Victoria can't have any live events, I just want to encourage everybody to please support or show their love and support for, their favourite brands. Buy their merchandise, it's helped them make money that way. They've got hoodies, lanyards, T-shirts. They've even got face masks. So, yeah, get online, usual channels, Facebook pages, and show some love, yeah.
Thanks, Joe. So on Saturday, we have Frequency Events in Newcastle is putting on a 5-hour live stream with hardstyle and hardcore music. That's going on from 4 till 9 p.m. The event is called Rave Into the Bass, and that will be live on Twitch. Later in the evening, of course, check.
So this one's an interesting one. The world's longest running performance will end in the 27th century. So a 639-year performance based on composer John Cage's As Slow as Possible started in September 2001 and is still running at St. Butchard Church in Germany. It's an automated organ, processes so slowly that visitors have to wait months for a cord change. And Cage also the guy behind a 4.5 minute composition that consists of 4.5 minutes of whole rests, meaning silence. So he's composed 4.5 minutes of silence. So yeah, so 639-year performance. That's quite a feat. This one's an easy one. Loud music causes you to drink more in less time. Something we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's a French study, and it's a research with males aged between 18 and 25 years old. So if you want to drink more quicker, just turn the music up.
Listen, Bosse, I've got something for you, mate, if you're doing these cool facts. Listen, Alex brought him up as well. Mr. Bloody Jeff Mills, shout out to you, homeboy. Jeff Mills, old school cat, techno artist, DJ. Oh my God, extraordinaire. He's been asked to be the first person to DJ on the moon on NASA.
Really?
Yeah, maybe we'll present that in the next article next week. But 100%, he's been asked. He's the first person to do it. So however they get up there, because they're doing the new race or whatever they're doing, back on the moon, here we go. Yeah, I think it's 2050 or 20, whatever it is. Jeff Mills is the guy to do it. So a little bit jealous from my end. Probably Tiesto, Carl Cox, and the rest of the crew are as well. But he's the guy that's he's got it all sealed and delivered. So
Timmy Trumpet's gone up into zero gravity and played his trumpet. I wasn't sure if he was mixing tunes, but he definitely went up in a
blown his trumpet or played his trumpet.
A bit of both.
Shout out to you, Timmy.
The album has been made in space as well. Actually, been recorded in space. So they're two facts because I actually come across them at the same time. So I'll give you one last one. Janet Jackson, remember her Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction? Remember, years ago, she had a malfunction. So that was what inspired the thought behind YouTube.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that cat's just seen her get her boobie out, and he's gone. Yeah, we need a platform where we can show this stuff. So he said that, and also the other inspiration was the 2004 Indian earthquake and tsunami that killed 227,000 civilians. So,
that's a bit light, mate. That's beautiful. That's yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he's still saying that it's the Janet Jackson that really done it for him, but and then he saw that earthquake. And he's like, yeah, well, we need a platform where we can post stuff up and have a look at him now.
Wow. Let's go stream of the week. We're going to do this stream of the week, guys.
you.